Hi, great to use. It's Mr. Olson. Here's your next lesson on measurement. Math measurement unit, lesson 2. So I just need to get some stuff set up on my table, and then I'll show you what we're doing today. So here on my table, I have a pencil box. And yesterday in mathletics, we were measuring things where we had more than one thing to use to measure. We ought to move all those little blue boxes up one side by side by side to measure all of those different objects. Kind of like I could do with my paper clips here. So I could put 1, make sure right at the edge, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paper clips long. So I know that by using 6 paper clips and measuring from one end to the other, that this box is 6 paper clips long. But what if I didn't have that many paper clips? What if I only had 1? How could I measure this whole entire box with just 1 paper clip? So let's think, is it going to work if I take this one and kind of just randomly move it, like 1, and then, oh yeah, it looks like 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Yeah, it must be 10 paper clips long, right? Well, no, because when we measured it the first time, we got a different answer. So what are we going to do? I only have 1 paper clip. We need to keep track of the beginning and the end of our paper clip. Now you could do that with the point of your finger. I like to do it with a pen or a pencil, just because it shows a little more precisely where my end is. So I'm going to put down my first thing that I'm going to measure with. In this case, a paper clip again, and I'm going to go 1, and then move it for 2, then move my pen for 3, and then move my pen for 4, and move my pen for 5, and then move my pen and my paper clip for 6. And then I'm getting the same measurement using just 1 item. And you can measure with anything that you've got in the house. Paper clips, I've got pennies that I could use to measure. I don't know if I have enough to measure this whole box with pennies. Not quite, but that's okay, because I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pennies long. Or again, I could do it with just 1 penny, marking the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 pennies long. So you can today, with whatever you can find around the house, practice doing some measurement with multiple items, more than 1, like all my pennies, or just 1 item. Now, the one thing I'm going to caution, because I see it all the time, is when people are marking the edge, they put their finger here and then move the penny to the other side of their finger. So now I've not measured 2 pennies, but I've measured 2 pennies and 1 finger. We don't want fingers in the middle, so if you are just moving with your finger, just point at the edge to get it as accurate as you can. That's why I like using a pen or a pencil. It just has a little bit better point, so I can keep track. Okay, so practice that. If you can, show me a picture of what you're doing or send me a video. And if you had a chance, don't forget, we have inchworms. Here's Iggy. the inchworm, and we can use him to measure really long things like tables or couches or chairs, because he's a good size for that. But we would have to make sure that we're marking his front right by his face, and then moving all the way down to his butt and marking his butt before we move on to the next one. All right, happy measuring, grade 2s. Look forward to seeing your videos or pictures or just messages.